Burberry sales have risen after the trench coat maker benefited from a rebound of demand in China. The British company says sales grew 18% at comparable stores on a constant FX basis. But the China rebound was not as strong as some had forecast. So let's delve into some of the detail here with, I'm pleased to say, Bloomberg senior analyst for luxury goods, beauty and healthcare, Deborah Aitken. Deborah, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us so early this Friday morning. So consensus expected Burberry to make 10.5%. How did it do against those kinds of expectations?
Generally in line. So if we go to the comparable sales figure you mentioned at 18%, consensus looked at 18.3%. So it was generally in line, but there are some variations. As you've mentioned with China, China was up 46%. It's strong growth. Burberry has lots to do with the brand there, and also in the US, because America's were -8. Whereas Europe was +17, helped by tourism. So there was quite an array of numbers through there. Right,
so the geography is really telling different stories. What about those trickier markets for Burberry, such as the US? Its position there, what's been weighing... I noticed Morgan Stanley had this line on aspirational consumers, and a weakness in aspirational consumers was one of the lines they had ahead of the results.
Yeah, absolutely. So Burberry has a lot to do to reposition its brand in the US. These numbers, America's -8%, including the US. They're similar to the Q4, so this is their Q1. They're similar to the way we ended the last quarter too. And the relatively new CEO, Jonathan Ackroyd, knows he has a job over there. Some of the product from new designer Daniel Lee should help with that. They're talking more and more on social media platforms, and that will help, and they're focusing on a younger generation. But it is seen as a fashion entry-level aspirational brand over there. And in our own analysis of the luxury industry, we've been very positive on the heritage peer groups, but saying that the aspirational brands, some of those brands coming from Capri, Tapestry, the Burberry-like brand, which is under strategy review, would struggle a little bit in the softer market, and that has proven the case.